Chancellor, in the name and on behalf of the Senate, I have the great honour to present for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Susan Magdalene Boyle. Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of staff, graduating students, ladies and gentlemen, Susan Boyle is quite simply an icon of the modern media age. Since her unforgettable television debut on the 11th of April 2009, in which she sang I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables, she has gone on to touch the hearts of people across the world. That audition alone has been watched by several 100 million people. It is entirely appropriate for Queen Margaret University to honour her today, not only as we pride ourselves in making a positive difference to people's lives through our education and our research, but also because Susan is one of our alumni. She successfully completed modules on our Higher Education for Carers programme. We are therefore exceptionally proud that she has done us the great honour of accepting this doctoral award today. The concept of aspiring to fulfil dreams epitomises what Susan Boyle represents for so many people. Her own personal story of striving against adversity and fighting for recognition will surely resonate with many in this hall today. Perhaps that is why Susan Boyle has affected so many people across the world. Yes, she had her dreams, but she also had the courage and the resilience to make many of them come true. In 3 years, her achievements are quite remarkable. Her first album, I Dreamed a Dream, was released in 2009 and is still the best-selling debut album of all time. 2 further albums, The Gift and Someone to Watch Over Me, followed in 2010 and 2011, both reaching #1 in the charts on both sides of the Atlantic. Susan has travelled extensively, sung at prestigious events, appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show, performed in the UK, Ireland, Japan, China, across Europe. In 2010, she participated in Comic Relief, singing a duet with Peter Kay. Well, we'll forgive her for that. And in the same year, she participated in singing Everybody Hurts in a song for Haiti, helping to raise funds for earthquake victims. Several documentaries have been made about Susan. An autobiography, The Woman I Was Born to Be, has been published, and many, many column inches in the press have been used to try to explain her rise to fame. In 2012, the stage musical of Susan's life, I Dreamed a Dream, with Elaine C. Smith in the lead role, has played to enthusiastic and appreciative audiences, often with Susan herself making a guest appearance. Susan met and sang for Pope Benedict XVI in 2010, thus fulfilling another long-held dream of hers. Most recently, she performed Paul McCartney's Mull of Kintyre for the Queen at her Diamond Jubilee pageant at Windsor Castle. And Susan says in her blog that meeting the Queen is for her another dream ticked off. Susan was brought up in Blackburn, West Lothian, where she still lives today. She has never lost sight of where she comes from, nor let the fame and worldwide attention go to her head. Having had the privilege to meet Susan, I can say that I am always struck by her humility, her wicked sense of fun, and her immense loyalty to those close to her. With particular regard to Susan's time at Queen Margaret University, I'm delighted that she was so well supported by a number of staff, in particular Frank Quinn and Marty Ballum, and I'm delighted that Frank Quinn is here with us today. Susan is incredibly down to earth, and in her typical self-deprecatory manner, once told a journalist who asked her why she was chosen on Britain's Got Talent, "Come on," she said, "a woman who went on with mad hair, bushy eyebrows, and the frock I was wearing had to be noticed." Well, I say to you today, Susan, that I disagree with that. You were selected because you have an incredible voice, a voice which carries across different musical genres, and a strength of character we all respect and admire. Education is about using knowledge for the betterment of others. At Queen Margaret University, our education focuses on relevance and on improving the quality of people's lives. In the same way, the music and the life story of Susan Boyle has a relevance for so many people who seek hope or inspiration that they too may one day fulfill their dreams. Susan, I know that receiving educational recognition from Queen Margaret University has been one of your dreams, so you can now count that too as having been ticked off. Chancellor, I invite you to confer upon Susan Magdalen Boyle the degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you'll appreciate, Susan Boyle, or should I call her Dr. Boyle, has a very hectic schedule and has to leave for another appointment. So once again, I'm absolutely delighted that she has been able to be with us today to receive this award. Thank you, Susan.